Hey friends, welcome back. It's Erica. I have some interesting videos planned, but I just wanted to make one today to tell you kind of what I've been up to. So things are winding down at VIPKID, as many of us are experiencing. I'm actually done teaching next Thursday. I'll have my last class with one of my most cherished, most longtime students. And it seems like kind of I don't know, I feel like everything needs to be so poetic and dramatic. But you know what? It will be. It'll be kind of poetic, a poetic way, a very appropriate way to end with this particular student, unless, of course, the system cancels it. Gosh, hasn't that been happening a lot? So many feelings. I won't even get into that. But I'd like to talk about something new, something positive, not to minimize everything that we're feeling, but it's always nice to look for the bright spot, the light at the end of the tunnel. Sorry, I've been thinking in a couple languages this morning. But anyway, so I have been experimenting. I've been experimenting. I found a couple of willing participants, some friends who have young children. Who are learning English. And so we were experimenting with a different platform. It's not a company that's providing lessons. It's just kind of like a Zoom type platform. It's not Chinese VOOV or anything like that. I think that's how you say it, VOOV. I don't know. I hope I'm not saying something weird. But anyway, didn't use that, didn't use Zoom. I used something called Neukol. Neukol. Anyway, I think it's a Chinese company. I'm not exactly sure. But anyway, it's Neukol, Neukol, however you'd like to say that. And so it's really fun. It has a lot of the functionality that Zoom has, but it has some other really cool things that over the weekend I'm hoping to make a video. I'm still trying to figure out how to capture my screen. I think I can use like QuickTime. I think that's free. I'll try to capture my screen so I can show you like what is this platform, how I used it in these couple experiments. I've done two experiments over the past couple of days. I wanted to do something with a very young student, somebody who's only like five, to see can I teach a 5-year-old. It also helps to have a parent who speaks in a common language that I speak, either English or Spanish. That is very helpful. And yeah, we were able to. He's a very sharp kid, really sharp. So it was very easy for us to explain things. And he was able to, by the end of class, he could draw in whatever color I told him to. He knows a lot of colors. It helped to have that foundational knowledge. He was able to draw with different colors. He could put shapes on the screen. He was able to drag and drop things around the screen. What else? Oh yeah, he used the drag tool, he used the pen tool, he could erase things, which is cool. What else? And then the second class was different. This was with a 9-year-old who has, a lot more English ability. And we experimented with what I'm calling the Story Writers Club, Story Writers Guild. I love the idea of that. I don't know. Is that played out? Guild? Anyway, so the Story Writers Club that I'm kind of like thinking about starting. And so I was able to pop a series of different pictures on the screen and we talked about it and it was fun. Something that I loved about this was that in a lot of my ESL classes with students, this is talking about VIPKID, this could have been on Magic Ears or Gogokid, NovaKid, whatever. Students would often, I had some that were doodlers, they just like to draw on the screen as we talked. And early on, I learned do not stop them. Unless you got one of those like a mad scribbler situation, turn off the pen. But most of the time, I leave it on. And I have some kids that process language by writing. It helps them to visualize. I'm kind of the same way. I used to take notes in class. Sometimes I'd never review them, but there was something about the act of writing that just kept my mind in the game and helped me to store knowledge. So anyway, today that's what we did. I gave the student control of her pen, and I showed her a bunch of the classroom commands so she could get started, and then she just ran with it. And so we were in a jungle, or I think it was a forest, and I said, "Oh, what do you see?" And all it was just a forest. It was kind of a boring picture, but you know what? That's what I wanted, boring. It was kind of a blank setting. So we had some trees, there were bushes. She could have said, oh, I see leaves. There were like no characters, like nothing there. And out of nowhere, she starts drawing in orange and she said, I see a tiger. And I'm like, where? And she's like, look, I'm drawing it. Drew a tiger. And I was like, where does the tiger live? And she circled a portion of it and then she started drawing something. And this kid like threw me a bone. It was funny. I didn't have to do tons of prompting. but it was a cave. The tiger lived in a cave, and I did a little more probing. Tell me what the tiger likes to do. He likes to eat and sleep. I'm like, come on, girl, give me something else. And so I said, close your eyes, and I want you to think. He likes to eat. He likes to sleep. What else? What activities? What sports does the tiger like? And she thought and thought, and she decided that the tiger liked swimming. And then she started telling me about his family, and then, I tried to lead her towards a problem that we had to solve, the whole like plot. A story is not a story if it's just a narration of what's going on. This was life-giving. I could see the look on her face and the way I felt. It was friggin' magic. There's no other way to say it. This was memorable. Memorable is not the word. Another word, magical. This was magical. Now it is memorable. I'm remembering it, I suppose. Magic. Like, I wish I could make, maybe in the video, I'll edit some stardust. So it felt inside of my heart. I've been so like bummed, guys, so bummed about everything that's going on. And this was magic. I'm like, oh my gosh, I would do this for free. Like, don't tell anybody, but I would have story time, story club, story guild. I would do this for free all the time. Like maybe this is something I do in my local community because I don't know if I mentioned this, but I quit my job. I was working in a nonprofit. Sorry, here we go. Stream of consciousness. We're going to be here, there, everywhere, tangents everywhere. I did take a job at a nonprofit. I lasted about 2 weeks before I said, oh my gosh, I don't think I can ever be an employee again. The job was great. Well, some aspects weren't, but my boss was great. The working environment was great. The hours were pretty good. Part of it, I think, is that I'm juggling completing a graduate degree and just, different family stuff. Nothing crazy, but, families, there's always a lot going on, a lot to think about and whatnot. Three grown kids out of the house, so they're doing their thing and you're thinking about them. Anyway, it was a lot. Something had to go. You can only like keep so many plates spinning or balls in the air, and something was going to drop. My house is a wreck, and I just felt like I had no time for anything but like work and school and teaching, and I don't know. So anyway, I let the job go, but I don't know. It felt like it was clearing space for something. So I feel sad because this was great. I was in the community, I was working with kids, felt great again, but just wasn't a good fit. I don't know if any of you can relate to that. I shared a little bit about that in the Hutang, just processing through that. But I don't know if you guys experienced that. Have you tried to go back to like a typical 9 to 5? Mine was more like a 9 to 1, 9 to 2 kind of situation. But have you tried and failed? Did you do it? Like, it's great. You're like, you know what? Good. I'm tired of like the hustle of online ESL teaching. I am perfectly happy in my 9 to 5. It's great. But anyway, um, I'm so excited. I'm all over the place. But yeah, this story club, this is very cool. So, what I'm going to do over the weekend, hopefully, we'll see. I want to go ahead and show you this platform and show you what you can do with it. Maybe it's something that you'd like to use with, whatever teaching situation you're in or mentoring, tutoring, I don't know, whatever you want to call it. This platform might be for you. Right now, I think they're doing, I'm not like a brand ambassador or anything. They're doing some kind of special where you can try out like premium features for like, I think 2 or 3 months. That's how they hook you guys. That's how they hook you. But even the free version, I think would work. I purposely used like free features today. I didn't use any of the premium features, and I was able to I did kind of like a low res video. I think it was like 480, 480p. Is that right? 480. I think there's like 7 something, 10. I don't know. Real like HD, but I'm not doing HD. It just takes up too much bandwidth. But anyway, I did that and it worked. I could do a lot with it. I think the premium features, if you are like teaching a group class, that's where you'd want like the next level up pro. That's the only major difference I could notice. I mean, enterprise has all this cool stuff if you were going to run a school, which I have no interest in doing that. I'm kind of like a one-on-one kind of gal. Um, but yeah, if you wanted to do group classes, you'd probably want to go for the pro membership, which is costs a little more, but that's like way beyond. I think one of the first things I want to show you is just how does this work? So look out for those videos over the weekend. Maybe I'll drop them on Monday. Not quite sure. But yeah, look out for that stuff on Neukol, a new platform for meeting with people. All right, guys. Well, take care. I hope you're well, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.